Hey guys, Kim here. So today I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. Don't worry, I'm not sick, nothing's wrong with me. But I'm going to use a boxed cake mix to make some cupcakes. That's right, Betty Crocker, cake mix from a box. I am going to tweak the instructions just a tiny bit, put my own spin on it, but it's going to happen. Boxed cake mix, making cupcakes. Stick around to see how I do it. Alright, so all we're going to need for the cupcake part is whatever kind of cake mix you want. I'm using the funfetti kind. And then whatever coordinating protein powder you want. So I thought with the confetti cake, vanilla would go well. If you're doing a chocolate cake, obviously chocolate protein powder or peanut butter. And you can figure out your flavor combinations for yourself. And then diet pop. Once again, whatever kind of goes with it. So I'm using just the 7-Up, which I've already tried. It goes very well with this. If you want to do a chocolate cake, I recommend using Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper, something along those lines. Also with the funfetti, you could use Diet Cherry 7-Up. That's awesome, but they didn't have it. So once again, lots and lots of flavor combinations. Play around with it, figure it out, but this is my favorite. So cake mix, protein powder, pop. That is for our base cupcake. For the frosting, you can do a number of things. I'm going to be using some fat-free cream cheese, a little bit of vanilla, and then just a little bit of sweetener. You could do Greek yogurt and protein powder. You could just mix some protein powder with water and do like a little glaze. You can use frosting from a jar for all I care. So once again, use your imagination. This is what I'm using. Alright, this is going to be so simple, which I love. We're just going to be mixing equal parts of cake and protein powder. So I'm doing 30 grams protein powder and 30 grams cake mix. So obviously if you want to do the whole box, just figure out how much cake mix is in there, do equal parts protein powder, and then you just gotta figure out your liquid. So pretty simple. This is just going to be what I consider a single serving. Then we're going to add to that our pop. So just 1/3 of a cup. And it is best if you pour the pop into the cup and let it sit for a minute or two to let some of the bubbles fizz away. And just going to mix. Okay, there I got it all mixed up, nice and smooth. And you can make this as a cake, you can make it as cupcakes, you can do whatever you want. I actually used this one earlier today, made some mini ones, which I'll show you later. But for right now, I'm going to do normal sized cupcakes. So here I have my pan. Actually using paper liners this time. I was doing some baking earlier and my silicone ones are dirty, so no big deal. Get one liner. These are doubled up. There we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour the batter in. Don't want to fill them completely to the top because they will rise a little bit. Okay, so I ended up getting 3 cupcakes. I thought I was going to be able to get 4, but 3 will be perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and pop these into the oven. Alright, while those are baking, I'm going to go ahead and get my frosting ready. So all I have here is fat-free cream cheese. This is a whole brick of cream cheese. We're not going to use all of this for just 3 cupcakes, obviously. But I mixed this up. I put it on all kinds of things. I dip fruit in it. I spread it on rice cakes. I almost always have some of this frosting, if you will, mixed up in my fridge. So just going to add to that a little bit of vanilla. And a little bit of sweetener. Completely optional, but I think frosting should be sweet. Now you could add some cocoa powder to this. You could add some cinnamon to this. You could add some protein powder. whatever you want, whatever kind of frosting. But I love cream cheese. I love cream cheese frosting. And I think this is just perfect. Okay, there we go. Nice and creamy. Literally just eat this stuff with a spoon. So delicious. And now we just gotta wait until our cupcakes are done. All right, so I got our cupcakes out of the oven, and they'll be just a little bit golden brown on top. That's okay, that's how they should look. And if you wanted to eat them just like this, which they're delicious, just as kind of muffins, all three would only be 244 calories, 4 grams of fat, 29 carbs, and 23 grams of protein. So you could definitely eat them just as funfetti muffins. They're great, but I'm gonna go ahead and frost these ones with our cream cheese frosting. So I measured out here just 2 tablespoons, 33 grams, which will be plenty to frost 3 of these. Might not even need to use it all. This one's gonna have extra. Awesome does that look? Okay. So there we have it. 3 frosted cupcakes. Now with the frosting, it makes them 274 calories, 4 grams of fat, 31 carbs, and now we're at 27 grams of protein. So not too bad for using a boxed cake mix. All right, so here's a little bit more of a close-up of the wonderful cupcakes, protein cupcakes, I guess you'd call them. And if you want to be even a little more crazy, of course, you can top them off with some sprinkles, because sprinkles don't have calories, in case you were unsure about that. Makes them extra, extra pretty. I think I'm going to take these over to my parents' house, so I want them to be extra pretty for them. But I also wanted to show you what I made earlier, which is just some mini muffins. I used the same recipe, same amount of everything, and got 10 little mini muffins. So I'm not going to frost these, just going to eat them as is. They're still going to be delicious. So if you're that volume person, you can see it's really the same, but looks like you're getting a lot more. And if you're really feeling crazy, you can take those mini muffins, frost them, and then cover them with sprinkles. So lots you can do with this recipe. You can make it into a cake, you can do cupcakes, you can do muffins, you can do mini cupcakes with lots and lots of sprinkles. So go ahead and try making these. I'm sure you're gonna like them. Let me know what kind of flavors you use, what kind of cake mix, what kind of protein powder. Make sure you post pictures everywhere, and we'll see you next time.